And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
Hey everyone and welcome. In this video we're going to be having a look at the God Emperor himself, Trump, and his absolute demolition of a left-wing journalist, moderator. For a 74-year-old man, he seems to run rings around these young left-wing journalists, doesn't he? Seems to be a trait of the left as well to lose to Trump. But what say you? Now, I don't know if you know, but he's already done a presidential debate with Biden, which was an absolute train wreck, due to bias, obviously, a biased narrator. Well, because Trump got the lurgy, Biden has pulled out of the next debate, even though Biden and Harris, both of their campaign staff, have come down with the lurgy. Who'd have thought? And they're supposed to wear masks all the time, aren't they, the Democrats? Yeah, alright. But anyway, I digress. Well, because there was no debate, they actually did a town hall, a virtual town hall thing. And they got a narrator in for Biden and a narrator in for Trump. In this one, we're not going to talk very much about the Biden one, if at all. Mainly because Biden's was more a party political broadcast than an actual debate. This one is more about Trump. Now, as you can imagine, apparently the town hall for Biden, they were all very easy questions and he went through no problem whatsoever. Trump, the lady they got in to do the questioning, grilled him. Now, one of the questions came out about QAnon, due to the fact that Trump has retweeted QAnon tweets, specifically things along the lines of, are we ready? These are the things that are spoken about. Apparently, I know very little about QAnon. One of the conspiracies, apparently they're calling him, one of the things that QAnon are talking about is the SEAL team that took down Osama bin Laden in 2011. It actually took out a body double, they think. It also suggests Obama's White House covered it up by killing SEAL Team 6 and claiming that bin Laden was dead anyway. Bit difficult to oppose that one though, really, considering he threw his body overboard, is it not? Now, Donald, when asked about QAnons and why he was retweeting them, said, he wants people to be able to decide for themselves if it's true or not. He suggested that his tweets and retweets are not promotions of those conspiracies. So he's effectively said there, these are not my opinions, but I'll retweet them anyway, and then it lets people make their own decision. How is that a bad thing? That isn't a bad thing, is it? That's exactly what we all want. We want to be told the truth so that we can formulate our own opinions about it. Isn't that right, everyone? Now, the moderator, Savannah Guthrie, who, let's be honest, was a completely partisan reporter who spent her entire time speaking over Trump, interrupting Trump and asking constant questions, the same questions over and over and over and over and over again. 61 times she interrupted Trump in the whole thing, and she asked a new question every 12 seconds. How is that enough time to give any sort of an answer that is worthy of the question? It wasn't. What she was actually doing was using her time to have a go at the president, which isn't what the town hall was all about. Said, I wanted to ask you about QAnon. It is this theory that Democrats are a satanic paedophile ring, and you are the savior of that. Now, can you just once and for all state that is completely not true? So disavow QAnon in its entirety. Guthrie prompted in a contentious exchange with the president. Trump effectively slapped her on that one and said, I know nothing about QAnon. I know very little. To which she replied, I just told you. So he said, you told me. This is brilliant, by the way. You told me, but what you tell me doesn't necessarily make it fact. I hate to say that. I know nothing about it. I know they are very much against paedophilia. They fight it very hard, but I know nothing about it. Pretty much what I know, to be honest. He also said, I don't know. You tell me about it. Let's waste the whole show. You started off with white supremacy. I denounce it. You start off with something else. Let's go. Keep asking me these questions. But let me just tell you, what I do hear about it is they are very strong against pedo, and I agree with that. I mean, I do agree with that, and I agree with it strongly. Well said, Trump. Perfection, isn't it, really? Now, as you can imagine, this should have been a little bit more easy for Trump in regards to the questions, but I actually think this does him the world of good. It shows that he is a leader, whereas Biden is getting easy questions and an easy ride. That doesn't show leadership. That shows favoritism, does it not? But anyway, I'd like to know your opinion on this. Do you pay attention to QAnon? Do you listen to it? Are you one of the anon? See, I do know a little tiny bit. Do you think the hard questioning by the moderator was good or bad for Trump? If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share it out, everyone, and I'll see you on the next one.